Okay, we can just go
All
through
right.
it here.
Okay.
Yes.
What do you think of my one keys?
They look pretty good. I mean, you have Boom, which is already very nice, and then just a couple very nice other ones. You have like Electric Cat, Normal Cat, Cowbell, Contortio. Those are like the fighting ones. You don't have Jill, so we're not going to be using Ted probably, but still looks pretty good.
Oh yeah.
Numbskull could also be upgraded at some point, but Numbskull is actually a good phobie. It's just like kind of niche, but for some small maps it's good. You don't need to do it right now. There might be other better things to upgrade, but the one keys
you
are
can
pretty
see
decent
I
here.
just stopped upgrading it because I don't really see much use for it. I don't know.
No,
It's
it's
one movement
actually
phobies are very difficult.
it's good on some small maps as an opener, like on turn 1 if you want to go for a 5 key. Like maybe on some small maps you want to go for Hevo as player 1. You can use this as like a tanky opener that can sometimes take a panic point or two without dying, and it's kind of hard for the opponent to surround with other phobies. Can be pretty decent. Some of the higher ranked players use it occasionally. I'm upgrading my own one because I usually don't use it, but I probably should be. It's not a bad phobia at all. It's also not fantastic, but it's usable.
Yeah, I mean, it has enough health and damage to make up for its speed, but
Yeah.
that's beside the point.
It being AoE is also pretty decent. Then we have Corn, Cassowary Creep. That's pretty good. The other ones really aren't that fantastic. Kerbloom is kind of decent, I guess.
I freaking hate these guys.
Yeah, I have 3 of them, and no Jackalope King either, so I can't even have a fun video with them either. Like,
you could literally get lots of great uncommons, but you get these guys instead. Such a shame.
And they even got buffed, but they're still so absolutely atrocious. I mean, I think it's a good thing that they're not good, because I think it would be horrible for the game if these phobies were actually good, because I think they would be very toxic if they were actually good. But
yeah, because all you have to do is just spam them every turn.
You would just see them every game and no variation if they were really good. That would be really unfun. And their whole thing is also just being annoying to kill, so it would be so toxic to play against, I think. Because it would only be the players that have played a long time that would have all of them and stuff. But this is still pretty decent. You have at least a couple good 2 keys. 2 keys are actually the ones that are hardest to get the best ones out of, because there are some great ones, but they're not in the starter packs outside of Cassowary maybe. But I believe you got the Cassowary starting pack without Hevo and with Fish Tank, I guess.
Yeah, I didn't get Hevo. Yeah, I got Fish Tank.
Yeah, because I don't see K9000 in here, so that would make sense. But which is good, because now you have Cassowary and Creep and Unicorn, which are all great 2 keys. Maggie, you may want to upgrade at some point. It is very low level
though. I don't feel like I can use it that often.
I mean, it can still be pretty decent into a Gravedigger, but only if they do a Gravedigger opener. Bowmangles, Stabby, Healers, that's pretty good. I mean, you're basically guaranteed to have good 3 keys, because the good ones are ones you get almost for free.
From the starter pack.
Yeah, you get like Jar Cannon, Gravedigger, Murderwing, Stabby automatically, or Bowmangles. You got Bowmangles.
How do you feel about Venus, by the way?
Venus is decent on some small maps. It's like a small Cerberus with some utility. It can be pretty okay as like a frontliner, but it needs either like a lot of range units around it, and then it's the only melee, or it needs some kind of like pulling stuff, like maybe an attractor or something would be very good with it. Otherwise it's kind of hard to make work, because you actually have to bring the opponent towards you. Also decent with Akira, when you eventually get that one. I don't really see people use it with the Akira, but they should.
This guy is terrible, right? Misanthrope?
He's not absolutely useless, but he's not great either. He got buffed a little bit also, but like his main thing is just being an annoying tank. He's kind of a replacement for Boomer, if you know which phobia that is. It's like the
Boomer. The one that
tanky
can
1 key. Yeah, he can kind of be used as like a body blocker. On some specific maps, he can also be used aggressively. It's mainly the maps
but
where...
this is crazy. Like his price is the same as Bowmangles, which blows my mind.
Yeah, he's not very good at that.
Yeah.
He's like...
Why would you ever pick this guy over this guy?
Yeah, because of the movement. That's the only reason. He's slightly more mobile. Probably. So on some large maps, and also I think a single small map, the opponent maybe has a stim pad next to their heart, and then you can use Misanthrope as a heart rusher. That's the only use I've found for him. But and then as a body blocker, of course.
My 3 keys are pretty good. I mean,
Yeah.
most of the good ones are high level, so I don't think I have to worry about these guys.
No, and I mean, Gravedigger is also something you always have, and Gravedigger is just fantastic. It's definitely the best starter phobie, so I mean, 3 keys will always look good.
Yeah.
Here you should also have a pretty damn good collection, from what I can see.
This guy is crazy.
Gonzo is crazy. Ginsting is obviously also great, but that's something everyone gets. But Poison Ivy, Unbearable, Daisy, Snappy, those are also all pretty damn decent phobies. Poison Ivy used to be like what I spammed before I got some of the more broken phobies. It's definitely a pretty damn good thing to have. Like,
that's the thing. I got this guy only like very recently, so
yeah,
usually
so still,
back then I didn't have this guy.
No, but he's still fairly low level. But he's great even at lower levels, of course. But like Poison Ivy is definitely not a phobia you should sleep on. There's a player I can't remember his name. There's like a player that's maining this unit on the ladder who's fairly high ranked, who uses it very, very well. I mean, I also use it fairly well because I've used it a lot. Can maybe find his name a bit later. But there's a player who's really good at using Poison Ivy. And Snappy at level 9 is insane. You're definitely gonna be using that thing.
This one is pretty powerful.
I can't wait to have this at high level. It is so insanely tanky. It's actually an incredible phobia. Like, it has so much health.
This is pretty good.
It feels like a 6 key when you're trying to kill it. It's pretty wild. I think it's very, very good.
Out of all these 4 keys, who would you say is my best bet?
Oh, easily Gonzo Bonzo. That's like a broken phobia. And then maybe, like, if I had to rate them in order of which one is the best, it's Gonzo Bonzo, then the Ginsting, then the Poison Ivy, then probably either Daisy or Snappy, and then Unbearable or the next one in line. Something like that.
I've never really... I don't know. I don't know how to use this guy.
he's only for maps where there are a lot of obstacles, and he's also gotten he's gotten worse because of the Innocuous family or War of the Worlds family, whatever you want to call them, like the Attractor, Innocuous, Repeller. They kind of hurt him because he hates going against things with large range, but he's still usable on some maps like Phobopolis and stuff like that.
All right. Moving on to the 5 keys then.
Okay, you have Hevo and Quagmire and Miss Muffet. Those are all very, very good. You didn't start with Hevo, right? No, you didn't, because you got Star
No,
Master.
I didn't.
Yeah. So it's pretty nice that you actually got him. I mean, he's a low rarity phobia, but some people don't get him until fairly late because they started with the wrong pack, and they are very mad about that. I remember seeing someone in the Discord still not having Hevo at like level 80 or something like that. That was very annoying for them. But you actually have some pretty good 5 keys here also. I mean, Miss Muffet and Hevo and Quagmire are all ones that are either low rarity or, you get automatically, but those are obviously very good. Then the Woolly Bully is actually a good counter unit for some big phobies, and Baba Yaga is also usable, which is the trap.
He's my highest level because I just got a lot of cards for him.
He was my first
I don't know.
rare,
I feel like
I used him a lot early on. He's a bit of a weird one.
I mean,
because
do you think he's good?
I think he's pretty decent. I'm placing him as like a strong unit, but not very strong in my tier list, I'm pretty sure. Around there. He's like just barely above average. Not like above average tier. So like barely in strong units, in my opinion. Kind of
like the bottom of strong units.
He's pretty decent. He is weird to play with because he kind of needs the opponent to walk into you, whereas the other trappers can be a bit more aggressive. Like, you need the opponent to dive you, whereas the other ones can just like walk forward and attack and have a trap near them or something like that. But he can still be pretty good. He also works really well with displacement, like Akira, Attractor, stuff like that. This Muffet.
Since his trap does area damage,
so you can kind of force him to deal a bunch of AoE, but he's also a little bit niche because he gets countered easily by other trappers. Like there's a lot of lower cost trappers that make it hard for him to like stay in the game. Like Unicorn makes it kind of hard for him to have traps put down. but he's still pretty decent. Definitely a phobia you can sometimes consider using on some like large or small maps. Mainly the ones where there isn't that much space. That's where he's decent on.
Yeah, I've had some moments with him, but I thought like when I got Bad Side Manners, I think he was like one of my first few phobies. I thought he would be like super good, so I kept upgrading him. But then at level 6, I kind of stopped because he became a lot more underwhelming as time went on.
Yeah, the problem is his mobility. But what I usually tell players to do is look at Bad Side Manners and then look at Snappy, because like you're paying a key list and you're barely losing anything. Like look at your Snappy and then look at Bad Side Manners.
Yeah,
you're only losing a little bit of attack, and you're getting health for 1 key less. Even if they were in the same level range, you would still just be losing a bit of attack, but still have more health, because it actually has more health.
To be honest, the most important thing about I think you called them turrets, the ones that have like only 1 movement and 2 range, is the health, right? Like the more health they have,
it's the health. That's very important for them, at least. That's also the reason why Boom Angles is sometimes better than Snappy or Stabby, because it's like got a lot more stats on it. Cyclops you may want to upgrade at some point. Yeah, I mean, both of them are semi-usable, both Cyclops and Bad Side Manners, but they're like at the bottom of what you should be upgrading, I guess you can say. So like once you finish,
why would I use this when I have Evo? To be honest,
because it has a little bit more attack power and it pulls enemies in. So on maps where there are lava or abyss tiles, it can sometimes be better because enemies will be unable to kill it without being pulled into something bad. And it also has a little bit more attack. So maybe on a map where there aren't a lot of obstacles, you could use this, and like where Hevo's lobbing wouldn't really matter that much, then it would maybe be usable. Like I believe it's Scoposeum. There I would use Cyclops over Hevo a lot of the time. It's like the map with a lava ring with healing spars in the middle. Don't know if you've seen it or if you remember it.
I think I've seen it.
Yeah, on that one I would maybe use Cyclops over Hevo, but I mean it's a fairly niche unit because most of the time you'd rather just use Hevo, so it's like at the bottom of what you should be upgrading.
Yeah, for sure. I guess now we move on to the six keys.
Ooh, attractors in there. That's already an insane collection. Then.
That's why this is probably one of the biggest reasons why I needed your help or like wanted it, because I should be winning a ton with this guy.
This phobia is so disgusting. He's like, I'm
the only one who can make this phobia look bad.
If I just wanted to win games, I would just use him almost every game. Like 90% of my games should have an attractor in it, but then it gets very boring, right?
Not in my case.
No, but like he is so damn good. The other 6 keys are also looking pretty decent. You have the Sheik, which is pretty okay. That's like a side grade to Noxious, which is pretty decent. I think I've also placed that in Strong somewhere. Maybe it was even in Very Strong. No, I think I had it in Strong. It's a pretty decent AoE poisoner.
I mean, for an ultra rare, do you think it's worth it?
I mean, I think it's pretty decent. I don't really look at rarities because the rarities don't really matter. Some ultra rares are terrible and some of them are great, right? But I think
as in like if someone became like, got lucky enough. Like basically, I'm comparing this thing to the other ultra rares.
I mean, I think it's like above average as far as ultra rares go. It's not like incredible, but it's slightly above average, I would say, as an ultra rare. It's pretty decent. I think Noxious is a better phobia in like 98% of cases, but Noxious is also like probably the best poison unit in the game, so that's not really necessarily a bad thing. Like either Noxious or Sub-Noxious are the best poison units in the game. Maybe Creep could be argued to be better, or Sargassum, but those don't really like do a lot of poison. Those are just like small poison units. And Poison Ivy doesn't really feel like a poison unit either. So yeah, I think it's pretty good, but it's not something you should like use every game. It's something where like if the opponent has a lot of dimensionals and they filled out their board so they can't heal, or if like if they are too heavy on undead or something like that, then you could summon it and it would punish them pretty hard. I have definitely lost a game or two to it, where it would be the perfect choice for them, where I went too heavy into dimensionals or too undead. So it's usable.
I mean, aren't these two like a good combo?
They're not really what I would use together, to be honest, because the thing about Attractor is usually you want to just kill whatever you're pulling in, rather than poison it.
Yeah,
Whereas
Bad
Sheep is like a suicide unit or whatever you want to call it. You just send it into the middle of the opponents and blow it up, and then they kill it, and then they take the punishment from, being hit by it, and you try to wait it out. That's usually where it does the best. It's not really a unit that you use for the AoE as much as you use it for the poison. So, yeah.
Do you see how high level this is?
Why is that high level? I was about to ask. That phobia is not very good. I mean, you don't really have that many other healers, so maybe it's okay to have it in here. But
no, this guy was the first healer I got, so I was like, oh, this is so great. He has 2 range, two movement. He can heal. He's great.
And then you look at the stats of it, and you're like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I heal once, and then
I have never used this thing after I got over the few beginning matches. I have stopped using this guy altogether. Yeah. I don't even know why I upgraded him. It was such
the only time you summon him is if the opponent has a what's it called, a Noxious or something, and maybe you want to try and heal your stuff. But even then, he's not that good because he's vulnerable to poison himself. It doesn't make any sense. That he is like a healer that's
his healing isn't even like Clinico, for an example. He gives you healing straight up. This guy has to sacrifice his own health.
He has to the idea behind him is like you heal something and then you use the undead to fight stuff and you heal back up and stuff, and it's like a good AoE
but the stats
heal.
Are just too terrible.
But the stats are just atrocious on him for a 6 key. Like, if he had been a 4 key, I would maybe maybe he could have slightly lower stats and then be good. 5 keys he would maybe be somewhat usable on, but as a 6 key he needs 400 health and 50 attack or something like that to actually be usable. Like, you compare his stats to Hematic Ginsting and it's just laughable. If you look at their level 1 stats, it's absolutely insane how much less statted he is compared to Hematic. I think Hematic has 1900 starting health, whereas Zamboni is 1500. And the attack is also lower on Zamboni, and Hematic has an AoE. So he would need I think
in every way.
he should have 50 more attack and 200 more health or something like that. Or just 400 more health and no change in attack. Maybe 300 so he doesn't end up overpowered, but he could definitely use at least 200 or 300 health, and it would not make him powerful in any way.
He needs a lot of help.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate because it's a cool phobia, actually.
So, for sure. I really like this guy. The moment I got him, I was like, ooh, what is this?
He looks super cool. You also have Crushmore, I can see, which is great. That's also a very good phobia. It's
to be honest, my favorite that I use here a lot is Tiny Tim. I don't know why. He's just fun to use.
Tiny Tim can be pretty good, but he kind of needs a healing spa, in my opinion, for him to be great.
Yeah.
That's where he shines the most. Where you can take some points for free and then just jump back to a healing spa and then defend the points with your ranged units.
For sure. He can also he has the same ability as Gravedigger, so that also makes him a lot better.
Yeah, Mount Crushmore is great. It's like a side grid to Klepto or Hematic in a weird way.
Yeah, he has more utility than them, but not the same amount of damage.
Yeah, he's he has the same amount of attack power, but he has no AoEs. So that's kind of weaker because AoEs are very, very good in this game. But sometimes the Terraform can be very good.
I guess, would there ever be a case where you would need this guy and Gravedigger to clear out a big amount of the map? Or?
Probably not. Maybe there are some rare cases where you need both of them to either clear or to create a bunch of blocks. On some maps you can maybe do a strategy where you place multiple blocks and you just force the opponent back. But most of the time you choose one or the other. But Mount Crushmore can sometimes be a better choice because you maybe want a ranged hitter with a better, the body is better on it than Gravedigger, of course, since it's so much more of a cost. On some maps where lobbing is good, maybe you go Mount Crushmore instead of Gravedigger. That's essentially what it comes down to.
Now, my 7 keys, they are terrible.
Yeah, okay. You're not going to be saving a lot of keys for late game things. I can see that now. Graylian has
I didn't
one
even
map
bother
now.
upgrading this guy.
No, I mean Alligator is better than Fish Tank, but both of them are terrible.
Yeah, for sure. Like the only reason I upgraded this one was because it was the first, like in the first pack that you get.
Yeah,
I got
yeah.
it. But if I had the choice, I would have never upgraded this thing if I knew how bad it was.
Yeah, it's not very good, especially not because the opponents start with Erratic. So if you summon him in early on, you just see an Erratic most of the time, which he does not do very well until Graylian has like one
what do you
map
think
now.
would make this guy good?
Like an actual ability or something. Like he's a melee. He's a melee mechanical with no ability. Like he would have to have like very good stats. He's basically Hydra with one extra movement, which is just not worth.
Honestly, oh my god, yeah. Now that you say that, actually, Hydra. I think Hydra has better stats.
Yeah, he has better stats. He's more health, I believe.
Holy crap! And there's like a 3-key difference. Yeah,
I mean mobility matters a lot, but that's still very screwed up. Like you could just go Hydro with a Le Shovel instead, and then you would have made up for the mobility, and you would have Le Shovel on the board, which is incredible. So Fish Tank is very bad. Graylian actually has one map now where it's good on, like the new map with all of the. I think I had a video, very short video there, which was called like the only map where Graylian is good or something. But like there's like a map with a lot of the conveyor tiles that go into an abyss, where you can use them to like drop enemies into the abyss as like a 1-for-1 killer phobia when you go in. But
I mean, I have a tractor, so
so
Graylian is pretty much irrelevant.
Yeah, Graylian pretty much never gets used if you have a tractor or Miss Moffat even.
Wish I got in the blue one instead. He's a lot better.
Yeah, Bluelian is pretty good. I mean, he's not that great like anymore after the big nerf, but he's still usable as a healer. He used to be like incredibly powerful back when he had 1 turn cooldown instead of 2. Bluelian. That was.
I mean, the healing spells he creates can be used by opponents, right?
Yeah, they can, but I mean, you can just stand on them and then they're not going to be able to use them, right? So
no, like if you get forced back or something.
Yeah, then they can use them, but that didn't really happen back when he were 1 cooldown, because you just like used him with Stabby and other like tanky ranged units and just strong other units, and then you just had like a front line that the opponent could never kill, and then Bluelian sitting behind it with maybe an Inoculus or Repeller or Tractor or something. So he was really good, Bluelian, before. Like one of the best strategies on a small map before was just getting like 2 turrets, a Tractor and a Bluelian, and then just forcing the opponent back, and they would never be able to play the game. That was really annoying. It was very boring, but very powerful.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, most of the time the best strategies are the most boring ones.
Yeah. I mean, he was definitely too good, but he also got nerfed by far the hardest out of any phobia that they nerfed, the Bluelian.
To be honest, I'm conflicted on Alligator, whether I should upgrade him or not. Probably not.
Don't bother upgrading him. You have better options now. There's no reason.
Yeah.
I mean,
my 6
there's
keys,
only one map where you would use him.
I think my 8 keys are pretty bad too, right?
High 5 is decent for some hard rushing, but that's also.
But I can never be able to pull it off because he has like 2 movement and like he's a melee, and like, I feel like he will never be able to get there.
It needs to be like where you are ahead, or if you can just like checkmate the opponent. The main point where you want to use high 5 is if you have Brony, which you of course don't have right now. But if you get that at some point, that's
I was lucky enough to get Chuck though.
Chuck is very good. I mean, he's gotten a little bit worse, but he's still pretty damn good. Used to be very good, like back before any of the updates. Like in the base version of Phobies, he was very strong. But he's still pretty good right now as a carry phobia. Just have to abuse the range, of course.
Yeah,
he's the kind of phobia where,
of course, you need a good positioning.
Yeah, you have to like set up the game in a way where the opponent can't go in. Because if they actually get into like melee range of this, and you're just having like a brawl where you're just fighting everything back and forth, then he's not very good. You have to like make use of the range or abuse the range. Because like in a melee fight, he's essentially unbearable, which is not very good.
And he's 9 keys too.
Yeah,
so
he's
you
like
need to
twice
scale
the
up
cost.
a very good amount.
So yeah, you have to really abuse him, but he can be very good if he's used correctly. He got a little bit worse because of what's it called, Oopsie Baby getting better, but he's still pretty good. I mean, Oopsie Baby got upgraded in the last like balance patch. It's the 7-key, what's it called, stress level phobia. So you will actually get that at some point.
All right, sure. I mean, I do use Chuck a good amount. He's a pretty good phobia, but I do sometimes end up misplacing him. So like when I'm playing an async game, he's there, and then when I get back on the next turn, he's not there anymore.
You have to be very careful with that phobia, because if you lose it without getting value out of it, it's just game over essentially. And he's he's easier to just run at than like a Hevo 3.0, because he doesn't have AoE or anything. He's just like extremely long range. But definitely still a great phobia.
I can upgrade Bacilla, right?
Bacilla could be upgraded, but I mean, you don't really need to. You can just play for smaller units instead. Bacilla is like
a lot of my lower cost units are
Bacilla
good.
is like the kind of baseline large unit, I would say. He's like just barely below average, I would say. Somewhere around there. He's like usable if you don't have other large phobies to use. But sometimes it's better to just not go for large phobies if you don't have any large phobies to use. So you don't need to upgrade him, but you could. It's kind of like he's another one that's probably like at the bottom of the maybe you should upgrade him list. But
okay, fair enough then.
He's not like a fantastic. He's just a big guy that does ranged attacks essentially. Most of the time you're probably better off going for either Chuck or Tractor or Crush More and just multiple smaller phobies instead. You didn't have Blue Speedola, right?
Enough.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I don't, sadly. So Red Speedola is just kind of useless right now.
Yeah.
Wait, where is he? Oh, there he is.
I think they should make it so that once you get one of them, you are like guaranteed to get the other in a certain amount of packs or something like that, because it's pretty sad to only have one of them.
Do you think that would be like tough to go up against? Because if lots of people have, isn't this combo a bit too good for lots of people to have them? Or
it's not insanely powerful. It's like it's also in somewhere I would place like strong. I wouldn't put it in very strong. It's like on some maps it's meta, but on most maps it's just like pretty good. It's not like the best strategy you can do or anything, because they are both mechanical. So if you're going for both of those, then you're pretty heavy into mechs, and they're melee mechs. So it's very easy for the opponent to bring in some like electrical units, some of these slow ones like a Erratic or Frosty or something like that, and then they just die when they go in. And of course, when one of them is killed, the other one loses the buff. So they're like something.
Yeah. So the other one just becomes a lot weaker.
Yeah, so you can like kind of deal with them. They're very good on some maps where you need mobility, but they are not like unbeatable good. They're just good, I guess. Not like.
I see.
I would say
it's good to have strong melee units, because
there's not a lot of good melee units. Most of the good melee units are good because of their abilities rather than being like good melee units.
Melee.
Yeah, because like if you look at like Goon and what or some other ones, Goon, Lila, Poison Ivy, Gravedigger, like those are all just good because of their abilities. Bad Omen, those are all like ability phobies rather than melee phobies, really. The only good like melee phobies that are actually melee are like Werewolf and Quagmire, I guess, something like that, and then Speedolas. The rest
Quagmire
of them
has really great stats for its cost.
Yeah, and it's also self-sustaining, which is pretty good. It's definitely way better than Alligator, because it's essentially just a slightly smaller Alligator.
Actually, it's just honestly, I mean, hold on, 2,500, right? And then Alligator on level 1 is just. I mean, barely above it, yeah. But this one is 6 levels higher, so.
Yeah. I mean, Alligator has a bit more stats, but it's not enough for 2 keys. Most of the time, you'd rather just have Quagmire. You also don't have to bank for Quagmire on large maps, so it can be a good thing to just like throw out there, or to have a tank. And it's good in late game battles because it's healing itself. Like, it's very good at dueling other phobies when there's only 1 or 2 phobies left on the map. You could probably go ahead and upgrade Skull, I think.
Okay, sure.
It's like probably the highest upgrade priority you have right now.
Yeah. Should I? Are there any like phobies that I didn't favorite that I should?
Oh, I don't really use the favorite function all that much, but I mean, I didn't really
To
look
be
at
honest, I
that.
hate going through like a ton of them
Unicorn, you
every
should
time, so I just
probably.
favorite whoever's usable.
Unicorn, you should
Unicorn?
favorite.
Wait.
I mean,
Oh,
all
I could have
phobies
sworn
are
I had
kind
it
of.
favorited.
Yeah, maybe you like tapped it and it unfavorited. Wiggy you will probably use eventually, but at level 3 it's probably not good enough. Wiggy is like very good if it's even level or higher level than the opponent.
I see. Wait, why do I have these favorited? The hell?
And Creep you should
They're
also probably
terrible.
favorite.
Who?
Creep, the
Creep? Oh yeah, that one. Okay.
beyond
But
that.
isn't it a bit too low level for me
No,
to use?
even at low level you could use it. If the opponent has a Gravedigger like as their turn 1 or turn 2, you can use Creep against it, and it's great no matter what the level difference is. It's really annoying to deal with for melee undeads, such as Gravedigger or Baby Snake or something like that.
Snowball, what about these guys? Is there anyone I'm missing out on?
Snowball. You should also star.
Snowball?
If we're doing the star thing. Yeah, maybe
Okay.
you're tapping them as you're going through the collection. I've definitely done that before. But outside of that,
anyone else?
There's anything now.
Okay.
Minotaur you can also consider upgrading at some point, but that's also a lower.
But isn't this one pretty bad?
I mean, it has 2 maps where it's usable, maybe 3. But it's gotten enough buffs now that it might actually be decent at some points. It's gotten buffed twice, I think, maybe even 3 times. I think it's only 2 times so far. It's still not great, but it's like pretty much every phobia is somewhat usable. It just has to find like the right conditions. So like there's a priority list for which ones you upgrade.
All right, sure. What about these guys?
You can star Unbearable, I guess. Also.
Okay.
That's about
is Blinky?
Blinky is not that great. It's only usable on some maps where there are a lot of abyss tiles. It's like fairly niche.
Okay.
Unfortunately, because it's my favorite phobia, like look-wise.
Design-wise, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's so cool when it attacks. I love it.
Yeah,
it just
same.
splits open.
Part of the main reason I upgraded it.
Yeah. And
what
Hydra
about,
you could you don't really have support for Hydra. But eventually Hydra
I guess
will be
the tracker could count.
Yeah, he kind of helps a little bit, but you want like Akira or LeShuffle in my opinion before he's very good. But it's somewhat usable for some late games depending on what the opponent has, and like as a melee counter. But it's not a fantastic.
Okay, I guess I'll hold off on upgrading it.
Yeah.
For now. What about Rockus? Should I consider upgrading it?
Once you start facing Akira, you may want to upgrade it, but you're probably not seeing a lot of Akira yet.
I have not seen it even once.
Oh, okay. Yeah, then you don't really need to upgrade him.
Anyone else here?
That's like his main purpose. No, Temptress is terrible. I hate that phobia. Atrocious phobia. It's so bad. I hate that phobia.
I will leave it then.
Every time I use it, I just think, why didn't I summon Ginsting? What am I doing? I hate it. Even against mechanicals,
it's good against mechanicals. Come on.
Yeah, I'd still rather have Ginsting. It's just this has less health and the damage is just not great. The AoE is worse than Ginsting's AoE. It's just terrible phobia. They need to give it like 200 health or something. 100. It should have the same health as Ginsting, in my opinion. Don't remember what the difference is.
We can check it out 1 second.
There's a
no,
little
actually,
bit of
there's difference. So
I can't remember what the level difference is here, like how much that scales. 5 keys looks fine. I don't think there's anyone you need to start there. I mean, maybe you could use some of the
Stairmaster. Come on,
Stairmaster. that unit also needs some help. I think this unit should have some ability. Like Stairmaster should have something where it like does maybe a line attack when it's attacking something too. Like it could have an ability where it could attack through enemies and like damage 2 of them or something. But I don't know. Maybe that's too good.
Wouldn't it just be a better puff then?
No,
Puff could do that and
I mean like its basic attack would just hit 2 phobies. It wouldn't do like a full line attack. It would like attack something sitting 2 range away and then also hit whichever one is in melee range. I think that would be kind of cool.
I mean, yeah, that would be a reasonable buff for this thing.
Not like a full line attack, because a full line attack on your basic ability would obviously be like that would be a 9 key, in my opinion. that would be very, very strong. Because you would just abuse like displacement with it and then just do line attacks all over. And you would also be able to hit normal blocks with it and do line attacks, which would be broken. You can't do that. You can't use line attacks on blocks, like on created blocks.
Or we can just forget about them, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What about the 6 keys? Anyone I should favorite?
No, that's also fine, I think.
Should I remove erratic? Because
honestly, erratic you can use as a mech counter into some slow mechanicals like Blastomatic or Hydra if they go for that. Erratic is kind of a unit that you never really stop completely using, but he falls off like the phobie list of phobies that you use all the time. He's like a niche phobie that you use to counter enemies now.
Alright then. These guys, yeah, I should just use Chuck only. He's the only high cost one. These two, I guess, are the only good ones.
Yeah.
Okay then.
Graylian maybe for one map.
Collection. Could I just show you, like, I think one replay where I really, I got basically destroyed.
That happens to everybody. I've gotten destroyed many times now. Just have to look at the replays after and think about what you could have done differently when that happens.
But that one specifically, like, I don't know, I felt like I played horrendously, and that's why the person won.
Yeah.
If I could just find it, what were they using the most? I can't remember.
You can just click into one and then check if that's the one. We can just go through multiple.
I'll check this one because this one is the latest, and I think they were using Tempest. Wait, no, this is not that.
Was it a loss? Because I think this was a win, wasn't it?
Yeah,
or was it not?
It was a loss for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
I mean we can.
There are
two recent losses, so probably one of them maybe.
No, not this one either. This person was smart. They used the Cerberus on this map because they could move that extra tile.
You want to use Hydra on this map if you go first, for sure. If you go second, you may want to do something else.
Wiggy there in the beginning?
Yeah. I mean,
I had a quest, okay?
Yeah, okay. I mean, quests are so annoying. That's like, I don't even bother with them most of the time. Unless I find like a quest partner.
Lost. This one? Oh, I think it was this one, yeah. No, not the. Oh my god, where is it?
Sometimes it's really hard to find your replays. I wish they told you which map it was on during the replay. Like, it should have like a banner that tells you which map at like the bottom or something. So like on the other side of where you have the date, it should just say Diabolical or something, so that it would be easy.
That's the one. That's the one. This is the one for sure. I remember because Baba Yaga was like my best. Yeah. This map is so like difficult to navigate. I don't know. It's just really hard to get through it. And when they summoned these two, I felt like they had a lot of map control. I didn't know what to do.
I would instantly go Snowball if they did this.
Let's see. Did I?
I would have taken the middle point with Snowball. To be honest.
Where did I go? Oh.
Unless you are low enough level that the Contortio doesn't die to Snowball double hitting it, I would have just taken the middle point. I can't if you click on them, we can see the levels, I guess. I think you may have to pause to check the levels.
Pause, okay. See. This one is level 7. This one is level 7, yeah, same level.
Yeah, so you could probably just kill it if they went in. So you should probably have, on turn 1, you should have put Snowball in the middle, and then you should have put like Cowbell on the disease behind the block. So like, the block below the one you just clicked.
The thing is, I used Droney even though he was very weak. It was because I felt pressured because but I thought he'd take all the panic points if I didn't match his strategy.
I don't think Droney is very good on most maps. It's mostly just for some specific maps you can use it as an opener on some large maps. Most of the time it's not very good. You don't really go Droney into Droney most of the time. You just go Snowball into Droney because Snowball kind of counters Droney a little bit, unless the Droney is very high level. Because it's as fast as Droney and the ability one hits it, I'm pretty sure. Droney's 400 health and Snowball's like 420 attack. So you just went in there. I mean, that's probably bad because they're probably gonna surround you, right? At least if they're smart here, they completely surround it. Yeah, so that it can't get away.
Look, right there. I think it's on this turn.
Yeah, they just surrounded.
And then I thought I had to go in because like oops, 1 second. I thought I had to go in because the person was like going really aggressive with panic points. So I was like, if I don't match their strategy or like their energy, I would lose. But
you don't necessarily need to do that on most large maps. Most of the time you can like, I mean, it depends on the map, of course. There are some maps where you really, really have to be careful with panic point control. On this one, most of the time it's fairly easy to defend, in my opinion. So you can like you're basically guaranteed to get at least 2 panic points, the top ones, if you just like play something fast or something strong. So you don't really die all that quickly. But I would definitely.
I lost my cassowary for no reason, by the way.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
I mean, this game looks kind of screwed for you. You're definitely screwed up. You should have probably killed the Contortio when you could have. It's important to just kill phobies if you can most of the time, rather than doing damage to them. But
yeah, my biggest mistake I think is like underestimating one keys. I'm like, this thing is so weak, I don't even need to kill it. I just need to focus on the big ones.
One keys are so important in this game, and most players don't use one keys enough. Even like the very high ranking ones, and even some of the best players who are better than me, definitely still underestimate one keys. Like, even though some of them are better than me, they should be using more one keys, and they would win way more. Like, one keys are so strong for just power. I think I also talked about that in one of the guide videos I did, where like if you compare Razor Mouth's stats compared to like higher cost phobies, Razor Mouth's stats are just insane. Like it has 600 health and 300 attack for one key. So if you scale that up to a 3 key, it would have 1800 health and 900 attack, which would obviously be ridiculous. So one keys are very
that was
important.
another mistake, by the way. I could have killed the Batula with the Hevo, and he would have only moved like towards like the front block to make it a bit harder for them to step on my.
Yeah, I think Hevo wouldn't even have moved. Actually, it would have just stood where it was.
Yeah, because there was a block in front of it. Right?
Yeah. But Droney you pretty much only use against like the phobies that need to resurrect, or for like very aggressive openers. You don't need to counter like a Droney with a Droney. At least not in my experience.
What do you think of the Blinky though? Was that a good
Blinky was actually okay to do that. I have used Blinky for that before. Like either you bring Gravedigger or you bring a flyer. Either it's Blinky or Gargles most of the time there. I actually like Gargles a bit more, but you don't have Gargles, I don't think. But you can go.
That's the thing. Oh my god! You know everything that you're saying. This person was applying. They're doing exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
He used Gargles on this map and kind of screwed me with it. You'll see in a bit.
Yeah, if you use Gargles here, you can fly it to that point, and then you can like lock the opponent out, which is insanely annoying.
That's exactly what they did.
Yeah. So he's pretty decent on this map. Gargles is also not a great phobia. It's like at the same level as Blinky, but sometimes it can be very good. Like there's a lot of situational phobies. But like I think if you had did the opener correctly here, you would have had a lot larger of a chance, or a lot better of a chance to win. That was like really where the game.
I kind of just got scared.
Like
and went with Baba
the first like 4 turns are what matters the most in pretty much every phobia game, unless both players are playing perfectly. Like it's only if both players are doing like a perfect job that the later turns matter a lot. Most of the time, it's just like the very early turns that truly matter, because that's where advantages are built, and what matters the most is like getting an.
That's exactly what I did.
You can just
like
snowball.
How I felt.
Yeah, you can just kind of like.
That's exactly how I feel about this game. Like
completely snowball it when you get ahead. Because like,
for sure.
Once you fall behind, it can be very hard to come back if the opponent just plays somewhat correctly. Even if they make some mistakes, if you're ahead, that's just very, very good. That's also why being over-leveled is so insane in this game, because you essentially start ahead. Like, you start with more stats than them. So...
For sure.
But if we look at your opener, it should have been very, very different. On this map, you pretty much
What do you think I should have done?
I think you should have gone snowball directly to the middle point and then double 1 key, or even 3 1 keys maybe. Could also have been a 2 key with a 1 key. But on this map, you pretty much always want to use Cowbell and place it below where your Baba Yaga is right now. Like on the block, between the block and the Baba Yaga, but 1 tile below. So like right, I can't actually show you because
I kind of just got scared and just went with a bunch of traps here because I didn't want them to go in. Otherwise, I'd immediately lose.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel like this is a losing situation no matter what because of how bad my opening.
Right in front of your jar cannon right now and below the Baba Yaga, that's where you would place a cowbell, because then you can take the top point and then the point below that on the following turn. So you get both points very early on, and then you can use the cowbell for fighting. So you should have gone snowball to the middle, cowbell up there, and then probably like either 1 key or 2 key to support your snowball standing above where the unbearable is right now. That would have been a pretty good way of doing it.
And then there's the block that I was talking about. Now my erratic can't do anything.
Yeah.
He has to go onto the disease tiles, or he's basically useless.
Or you can destroy the block with Gravedigger if you had any keys left, but you obviously don't. So
wait, you could destroy Gargle's.
No, you cannot destroy Gargles, but you can destroy the block above him, so that you would have been able to shoot through if you had keys left. But you obviously did not. If you could destroy Gargles with Gravedigger, he would be atrocious. Like they would need to buff him to an insane amount for that to be a thing. That would be fair. Gargles is like if it revealed itself again on your turn rather than the opponent's turn, it would be like a top 5 phobie, probably even maybe the best phobie in the game. But it like comes back from the stone on your turn, so it's very easy to kill it.
Yeah. By the way, did you see that crazy Baba Yaga trap?
Yeah, just blew up.
That was a ton of value, but honestly, at that point, I felt like it didn't matter.
Yeah, it didn't really matter at that point. But Baba Yaga traps can be very scary if the opponent like has to walk into you for some reason, because the AoE is so strong into like a full team. I've definitely won games where I went Baba Yaga with Akira. That's a very, very good combination, because you can move everything the opponent has into like one big bunch. And then just move them into a big Baba Yaga. Yeah. I think I had a replay at some point. I don't think I have the video anymore. It was probably on my old PC. But I had like a replay where I pulled a entire enemy team into 3 Baba Yaga traps. And every phobie but one just died instantly. It was like the perfect scenario. But it can be very good. I should probably like see if there's a way where I can share my screen with you. But where you I don't know.
Do it on Discord, right?
Yeah, I just have to figure out if it's because
I
want to share your screen with my screen, but actually I probably can't do that. I want to share like your phobia screen with mine. Is this? Can you like see it if I do this?
Hold on, let me check.
Whether you can see like me moving around here. It's gonna be kind of weird because I'm essentially like looking at your screen with my screen. So like, can you see that I'm looking at your screen right now?
No. Yeah, okay. For sure. I can't because it's just loading forever.
Okay, that's just probably
like showing the 2 dots.
Yeah, I think I have like some problem with Discord where it's not gonna show stuff for some reason where I can't share my screen.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why, because I've clicked share with you right now, and it's telling me that it's sharing, but it's not. I think I'm just gonna stop sharing. It was just so that I could like maybe draw on your screen and tell you stuff instead of me having to like explain things the weird way.
Yeah,
because there's not really like a system for how you would like show where like which point I'm talking about on the map. But we can just like I can try and guide you through like talking about the map or something if I want you to place the phobia in a specific way. Would it just have been easier if I could draw over it. But you want to get into some arena games, or what should we do now? And also look at another replay.
I mean, depends. Would you like to teach me through async, where we can take our time, or would you like a live scenario?
We can also just go through the 2 asyncs you already have and then go into arena. Both are fine. You can always do like arena, and then if you have to do a lot of actions in a turn, you just do them without me talking, and then we can look at replays later or something.
No, it's fine. I'd prefer you talk over my actions, because that way we can discuss
it's just so
things are going.
So that I'm not like confusing you instead of you doing the turn. Yes, that happened.
No, it's fine. This one is over though.
When I did like a what's it called, a coaching thing before with one of the other players, I ended up talking over them while they're doing the arena, and they just confused them, so they played worse, which is not really useful.
No, it's fine.
Because they were probably already having a hard enough time against the timer. So.
Nah, it's fine. You can talk over my gameplay. I don't mind, because I can just like listen to what you say, and then like I could play what you want me to play, and then I'll tell you why I didn't play my idea, I guess.
Wow, they just sacrificed their Razor Mouth there for no reason.
Yeah, Razor Mouth.
Can you?
How should I kill it?
Do you have do we have Gravedigger's ability up right now?
No.
No, you don't. Okay,
it's
so
on
you
cooldown.
can't. Otherwise, I would send the Hevo towards the cowbell, but you can't really do that then. I would just take the middle point with the Hevo, to be honest, and then you can kill it with Gravedigger. Just should be fine.
I guess
maybe
then
move,
I would.
Yeah, maybe move the jar cannon a little bit up so that it's like closer to being able to walk forward. Yeah, that can also be fine. I would have it like above where the Gravedigger is right now, or like I would move the Gravedigger one step up and then the jar cannon there. Because then if the opponent tries to go like in, it's very easy for you to move forward and hit them with jar cannon and Hevo, and you have the Destroyer and the Gravedigger up. So like if the opponent tries to poke you with jar, like they put jar below where the cowbell is right now, and then hit your Hevo, then you could like destroy a block, walk up and hit it with Hevo, and then hit it with your own jar cannon to kill their jar cannon. And that would be pretty good.
I see. So this is the position you want, right?
Yeah, this is the position I would have, because like you can see if the opponent moves in and pokes you with the jar cannon, you will actually be able to kill their jar cannon right now by just destroying a block and moving everything forward. And then Bachelor could go like one tile forward here just to be behind the unicorn.
Like this? Oh, like this.
Yeah, either there or maybe one up, but like it's fine either way. Just because like then you can walk up and hit something if they move in with the Gesundheit for some weird reason.
I mean, to be honest, I don't think they will, because
no, I don't think
have
they
two
will
traps
either.
here. So.
But maybe they like do something super aggressive, but I don't think so. Like the Hevo is also protecting you because it can lob over, obviously, so I don't think they will move in here. They kind of need a Gravedigger at this point, or Mount Crushmore, so you are in a pretty good spot.
Gotcha.
There could also be an argument for placing the Bachelor further up so that you can take the top tile with it, but I think it's fine where it is. You can also have it there just so that you can take the penny point. Both are fine to do. Like you could do this. It just depends on whether you want to be aggressive or not, and whether you're saving for.
I think I should, because I have an advantage right now. Shouldn't I?
Yeah, just keep it there. I think. Don't put it too far forward, because then they will probably just kill it for free. But there's fine.
Yeah. Only the jar cannon can target it, and I can't one-shot it.
Yeah, but like maybe they kill it with the cowbell instead of you getting to take the point, which would be a bit annoying. So it's fine to just have it there.
Gotcha.
Bachelor is a very good phobia, though. It used to be like incredibly good, but now it's just pretty damn good. It's very good for like creating scenarios where the opponent.
I got the idea that it was bad.
No,
I don't know why. I don't know if like someone said it.
It's just like a one-key pull, essentially, that the opponent has control over. But sometimes you can like engineer scenarios where they can't kill it without getting pulled in, which is pretty nice.
Gotcha. Only 8 hours left. I think we can do this.
Yeah, you can probably get those 12 if you really want to. I mean, I don't usually care that much about the weekly thing, but it matters a lot if you're still looking for some more cards, because you can get to another Dreadful a lot faster, obviously.
I don't think I should, because I already bought a Dreadful. I think I pretty much bought every pack, so what should I go for next?
I only go for Dreadfuls, either Dreadfuls or Daily Doubles, if I'm looking at coffee. I think those are best.
And like tier packs, always terrifying.
I just go scary.
Right?
I just go scary packs.
Yeah. Oh, scary. I mean, sorry, not terrifying.
I just go scary packs every time.
Do you think this pack is bad? Because I bought it a lot.
It's good if you want to get a lot of smaller, like a lot of low rarity phobies early on. That is kind of like you have to find a balance between buying Dreadful packs or buying Terrifying packs, where Dreadful packs will give you more value and higher rarity phobies, but Terrifying packs will widen your collection and give you a lot of like low rarity phobies. It's basically, it's better for getting new phobies, but worse for getting high rarity phobies, and worse for getting like XP and cards. So
to be honest, lower rarity, like most of the lower rarity phobies are pretty good, right?
Yeah, a lot of
like,
them are.
The commons,
but you also like have to look at which ones are left, because you'll probably already have a decent amount of the good ones, right? Like you already have Cassowary, Hevo, stuff like that. Like out of the lower rarity phobies right now, you need, if you just scroll through them, you need the Muffin, or whatever it's called. Need
this one?
Yeah, Muffin. That's a good one that you're lacking right now. So that's one that you're low rarity phobia that you're kind of lacking. Tickles also kind of, so maybe two. Tickles is fine. It's like the alien up at the top.
I see people play this guy a lot in higher ranks.
I mean, yeah, it's because they don't have sarcasm that they're using that one. Sarcasm is better in most cases, but Henrietta is fine. It's like a decent little tanky, annoying thing. But sarcasm is just way better most of the time. But he's also very rare because he's ultra rare, obviously, so you don't see him that much.
Holy crap.
That phobia is really, really good. Because
Wait, really? This one?
Yeah, that
I mean,
one,
the stats are not that good.
No, but it's a lot of poison for one key. You basically force your opponent to use
Oh,
healing.
yeah, right.
I would say that is probably the second best one key in the game. The only one I would place above is
Best being this one?
Yeah, that one is the best one, but the sarcasm is the second best in my opinion out of one keys, and then probably Boomer behind that. So those phobies are very good. And then the fourth and fifth ones are probably like Cowbell and Boom or something.
I'm not really missing anything great here, right?
No, not really.
Maybe, I mean, aside from this one, obviously.
Yeah, but that's on ultra rare, so you're not gonna find that in the rarity packs. I mean, both Soggy and Hyphny are both usable, but they're not like something that you're really missing all that much. Like you're not sad to not have them really. Bloat is also fine, but those
it's
are
crazy
like,
how high level I am, and I still don't have this guy.
Yeah. I mean, he's a starter phobie for the other pack, but he's not fantastic either, so it's fine to not have him. He's just like a small stat stick phobie. Spot and the Shovel you're also lacking, which are pretty damn good ones. Tooth Fairy is also pretty good. So you're lacking a couple of...
Wait, the Shovel is uncommon?
Yeah, it's uncommon.
It's actually kind of crazy.
It is insanely good. It is...
Considering how powerful it is.
It is probably the best uncommon, unless you count like the starter and stress level ones like Ginsting and what's it called, Gravedigger. Those are probably better, but it's very good.
Wait, who is this? What is this stress level?
I can't remember right now. Which one is that again? It's a 3 key?
I think. Hold on. Let's check right here. Stress.
It's a 3
this one
key
maybe.
That you don't. No, that's foul. I'm pretty sure.
Ah, I
that's
see.
That's a 7 key.
Damn. Got a nice booty.
Yeah.
We.
That's Oopsie Baby.
we.
So that's also a 7 key. That's Yeti. So that's an 8 key. That's the Glob, I believe. Yeah, that's the Glob.
Wait,
that's
this
a
is
4
the Glob?
key.
Oh, I see.
And that's a Kira. I can't remember which one it is.
And that one is Puff, obviously.
That's Puff, yeah. That's the one you're
honestly,
missing.
We'll see
that's Jellyfish. That's the one you're missing. You just went past it now.
Wait,
Jellyfish. That's
really?
Yeah.
Hold on, let me go back.
It was the level 110. That's why I didn't remember it. It's because I don't own it yet.
Holy crap, level 110?
Yeah.
That's
Jellyfish. Yeah, I'm not there yet. So that takes a long time.
Yeah,
it's actually a pretty decent one. It's like it's kind of like Tooth Fairy, but you can like use its ability to get keys. I don't know if you've even seen that phobia. It's not something you see a lot.
Tooth Fairy? I've seen it a few times.
Jellyfish.
Everyone who used it really badly.
I mean, Tooth Fairy is just a side grade to Murderwing. But Jellyfish is kind of special because it's a very weird phobia. It has like somewhat similar stats to the Tooth Fairy, but then it has an ability that allows it to like take a key out of your reserve keys and get it for that turn. So you can like you can kind of ramp in a weird way.
Holy crap.
So you can like if you go at turn 1, you can use its ability and then summon a 4 key on turn 2, despite it being a 3 key, which is pretty cool. On some maps it's really good. But obviously you won't see that for a long time. Oh, you're also missing Inoculus. Yeah, it's probably still worth it for you to get some of the lower rarity packs, like lower cost packs.
I mean, isn't what's his name? Isn't Attractor just an upgrade to Inoculus?
Kind of, but Inoculus is still really good at times. Like sometimes you don't really need the big pool, and it also deals a little bit more damage, and it's 2 keys less. So sometimes Inoculus can actually be very, very good to have. Like it's kind of a phobia that gets better depending on how good you are at the game, Inoculus. So it's good.
So not very good, according to me.
No, yeah, okay. I mean, it's a good phobia, so you definitely still want it. Sometimes you also want to use it with Attractor, so you have both of them. So it's pretty good to have. you're not really missing
This
that.
one, I'm really interested in this one.
I have
But
that.
sadly, it's an ultra rare.
Yeah, I have it.
Yeah.
It's pretty fun, but it's not fantastic. It's like a bit above average. Sometimes it can completely take over a game if you like get a free kill with it, but
if you use it correctly, or like you get the
but
opportunity to use it.
it can be pretty hard to get the first kill with it. That's the problem without it dying. So you kind of have to like maybe the opponent like goes too hard in and you can summon it and immediately kill a 1 key or a 2 key or something, and then it's really good. But it's kind of hard to set up in a good way.
This thing, like I feel like it exists only because, like, if you're the kind of guy that gets annoyed by traps a lot,
but
this is the only reason you would ever use it.
It's not very good. It's too low stats for 5 key. So, like, if you compare it to Hevo, it has
only for traps.
I think 100 less starting health and 100 less starting attack and no lobbing. So it's just terrible stats for a ability that doesn't matter that much. That's the best phobia in the game.
I seriously cannot believe this thing has not been nerfed yet. Every single high level like game that I see has this guy in
it. It should be. I think it should move 2 only instead of 3. Like have 2 range instead of 3 range. It is disgusting how big they're like zone. The zone on it is just insane. Like if you look at the zoning video I had, I should probably have looked at fan zone because it has like the most insane zone ever. Because first of all, you can move it. You can pick something.
The entire map.
Yeah, but it's way more insane than it looks at first because, like, it has 3 range on the ability, but you also get to choose where you put the phobia. So you can like take something from 3 tiles away and place in front of the phantom. So it's kind of like moving something 5 tiles. It's totally insane. Like, I don't know why they did that.
The only reason I like this thing is because it promotes a lot of unusual strategies, you know. Like Cerberus went from being horrendous to being used a lot because of this thing, and like Hydra and stuff like that.
Yeah, but
it makes melee units a lot more viable.
The problem is, once you get to very high ranks, they aren't even used with him anymore. They're just abusing the most broken things with him. They're using it with Kaboom.
Yeah, that's the sad part about it.
It's like Kaboom and 3.0, and then Klepto that gets buffed by a muffin or a cupcake. So like, he's not even used with the melee phobies at higher levels either. Like, he's just abused with
that's the thing though.
The things that break the game instead. So, like,
I mean, what do you think? Like, if they change it, and like, do you think a way to balance it would be to make it only able to transport melee phobies?
That could be a way, but then it would still be used with Kaboom, because I guess Kaboom is kind of a melee phobia, but I don't know if you really count that as a melee phobia, because it doesn't actually have an attack.
I mean, melee phobies and ones that don't do area damage, like, you know. So like, for an example, you cannot transport what's his name, where is he? You cannot transport Numbskull, but you can transport something like a razor mouth, like Tickles.
Yeah, I mean,
I feel like this guy would be a lot.
I feel like it has to have less health and only be 2 range. That's probably the most realistic thing they will do, but I don't know.
But then it would still be super good with like melee stuff. Range stuff.
It will still be pretty good, but I don't think it would be as insane as it is. The problem right now is just that it has way too much health for what it does. Like 1500 health on a phobia with that ability is ridiculous. This should be like 900 health, maybe something like that, so that you could actually go aggressive.
Yeah, at least make it like weak, so you know, like someone can target it and kill it before it gets the ability off.
Because like its stat right now are like a 3-key combat key or a 3-key combat unit, which is pretty insane. Like for something that has the most broken ability you've ever seen. Maybe like the second most broken ability. Noxious is very good.
But I don't think I'm missing any like great commons, am I?
No, not really.
Or like uncommons?
No, I don't remember what the ones that you haven't seen are, but I don't think so. Klepto you're also missing. That's pretty good to have.
Which is a surprise. This thing is uncommon, you know. I should have gotten it a while ago.
I mean, you don't have all commons yet, so it makes a little bit of sense that you haven't found it. But
gotcha.
I think it still makes sense for you to go for the 300 coffee packs for a little while, because you still miss some good ones like Klepto, Pterodactyl, the Shovel, some of the earlier keys that we looked at. But you don't you can maybe go for like finding like 1 or 2 more of the really good commons on commons and then switch over to Dreadfalls. Oh my god, you have such low queue times. It must feel amazing. Like sometimes I'm sitting there for 5 minutes, man.
The perks of being bad at the game.
I mean, you're just lower ranked. That's really what it comes down to. Let's see what they do here. I'm guessing they will go cowbell and snowball to the middle. That's the most common turn 1 on this map.
Let's see. Actually, I'm not even sure if they have a snowball because a lot of the opponents I go up against are very low stress level.
They may not have it.
Most of them are like 17,
click on one of
20,
their, what are their
like
phobia levels? Like if you click on one of their units or both of them, 9 and
10. Oh,
they
actually,
almost certainly have snowball. They pretty much certainly have
for sure.
snowball.
Oh my god. Even my unicorn isn't level 10. Oh crap.
I think you go Gravedigger here on the bottom part of the map.
On the front block? Like the first one?
Actually, you could also just go... You could also go more aggressive here. You could just snowball to the middle. I would normally go Gravedigger, but they didn't snowball, so you can just snowball to the middle here, I think. And then you put a... You have Electric Cat, right? You can put Electric Cat like near the point where Cowbell would walk forward. And then...
But wouldn't they be able to snipe it from the vault?
No, they can't.
Because they might bring a... Oh, I get it.
If you look at the distance, they can't quite target it with snowball. They're like 1 tile away. And then I would place
I still have 2 keys left.
Yeah, I would put Razor Mouth near the top. Like, you know, the top point there is in this... Oh no, from the other vault. There's another vault at the top of the map.
Oops.
I mean,
I didn't even notice that there was a second vault.
Yeah, up there. I would put the 1 key there, and then probably another 1 key actually. Maybe just where you put the phobia before. Should probably go either Cowbell or Contortio. Probably Contortio where you put like on the healing spot that you put before.
Gotcha. Oh god. Quick.
See, this is the problem with me speaking over. It kind of uses a lot of time. But this is like very aggressive.
No,
it makes it hard for the opponent to like get ahead in panic points. Because you will kill whichever phobia they are placing somewhere if they like place it in a wrong spot.
Gotcha.
And they can't really go in on your snowball either without losing a 1 key. Then you're trading 1 keys.
I thought as a second player, like your job is to use your key advantage to like save up for a big unit early.
No, not necessarily.
Or like, I don't know.
It's about like not losing control of the map mostly. So like your key advantage can be either used to like you play a lot of tempo, or you can go for a big phobia that can like stabilize you. But it depends on like what the opponent is doing a lot. Like if the opponent is playing super fast, then you kind of have to like match them. And if they're not playing very fast, then you can like take control of the game instead. And they played pretty slow here.
Oh, why'd they put the unicorn there?
I mean, it gets healed, so they probably don't care about you hitting it. Like it would heal up again if you hit it here. Here you will probably just kill that cowbell, I think. With a...
Should I though? Because the Heaver will kill both of my units.
Yeah, but you're taking a... It will not kill both of them. What is the damage on the Hevo, actually? Okay, so you will probably just...
445.
Probably just sacrifice your Contortio to like go to the point and then hit it. And then move your Electric Cat like 1 tile up or something. Like to the healing spa maybe.
Oh, okay.
And then you can place the snowball where like 1 tile lower, so that you don't get hit by the unicorn. Because now the unicorn isn't in range anymore. And then
makes sense.
You can maybe go for your own hero or something. Maybe we want actually something ranged. I'm not sure. You can just like
I guess
bring a Jin Sting actually. I think bring a Jin Sting out. Towards
where, like the upper vault or the lower one?
Move the Electric Cat 1 up and then put a Jin Sting on the healing spire. I would think is a good idea here.
Gotcha. Wait, no, wait. Should I put it here so the unicorn can't target it?
Yeah, that's fine. Just so you don't take 3 damage.
Oh god.
And then just Jin Sting.
Quick. Gotcha.
And that should be fine.
Should I move my Razor?
No, that's fine to sit there. You don't really need to move it. If you're just sitting on the point, they can't take the point with the Razor Mouth, and they can't target it from there either. I mean, they can with like maybe a jar cannon, but then it doesn't die, so it's fine. And this sets us up to summon a 6-key next turn, which is great. Which is why we went Ginsting over Hevo. We can maybe get a tractor or something else good.
Oh yeah, I see you do that often, like where you save one extra key to bring something more powerful. Yeah,
it's very good because there's a lot of very strong 6 keys in the game. I mean, I have Hematic, which is disgusting, so it makes a lot of sense for me to do. Like that phobia is very strong.
I feel like for 100%, they put a trap on the panic point.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
Almost certainly.
Because they moved the unicorn there, and then they didn't do anything else. So I'm assuming they used up a turn to put the trap. Also, they're attacking with the razor. Oh, I see. That's why.
Aggressive. I mean, that's fine. It's not dead there.
It survived.
Yeah.
Wait, that's crazy. It survived a level 11 jar cannon with a level 10 razor mouth.
Yeah, I mean that's why leveling your 1 keys is so important, because if that was like level 4 or 5 here, your 1 key would have died. So it's very important to level up your 1 keys so they don't just die for free at times. Looks like they're saving for a 7 key here, I'm guessing. Probably Hevo 2.0 if they have it. You can just walk up.
What could they possibly use?
Walk up with the... No, maybe not even. We probably shouldn't walk up with the Ginsting and hit them here, because the razor mouth will get to hit us for free.
I mean, can't I kill this unicorn?
No, I don't think you can. You don't have.
I can't. Yeah,
you don't have fireball.
Because like if I do this.
Yeah.
Like if I
plus, you would also get punished
very.
You would get punished very hard because there's a trap there. But probably swap the position of your Ginsting and your snowball. I would say here, just so that the Ginsting is a little bit better. And then we should bring probably just a tractor down below behind them.
Should I place it front, like in front of the blocks, or like over here?
Just move there. Just move it forward.
Yeah,
that should be fine.
What about my 2 cats?
I mean, you can just keep them where they are. I don't think they're going to go in here. Maybe they will go in, but it should be fine. Could also move the electric cat down, like in the hole between the Ginsting and the attractor, just in case the Hevo goes in. That should be fine.
I see. I feel like if I capture this point,
they will just.
And then
I mean,
I guess like, but if I bring the electric cat, let's say I bring it here, and then I bring this here, and then I bring it here, wouldn't they? There would be too much power to kill it.
Yeah, but they're gonna bring a unit. Oh, move your units again. The attractor is 1 tile too far. The problem is that you would lose 1 keys with points you can't really defend. When you take a point, you kind of have to be certain that you can defend it. Like when you're spending a 1 key to take a point.
Yeah, like you said in your guide.
Yeah, that's very important to do, because like if you had done that and they killed it and they reclaimed the points, then you're just down 2 keys. Like it only matters if you actually get to hard rush them. And right now it doesn't look like we're hard rushing them, right? So it's most important to like wasting 1 keys is a very, very common mistake that people do. It's often better to just like be very like conservative with your 1 keys so that they don't die for free.
But that's the thing. I get scared of like saving my 1 keys too much to the point where I can't bring anything that's stronger.
That can also be
phobies on the field.
That can also be important to not log yourself out. Ooh, they have a mother load. Interesting.
Oh,
now they are kind of
and
yeah, it has very strong stats. Motherload is like a stat-based phobia.
And it's level 11 too, that's the problem. Oh,
that's very, very strong.
Should I bring an erratic or something? I can't
that's
even do
probably gonna be your next move, finding a way to bring erratic. I would probably consider bringing Gonzo or Bonzo on this turn, like at the top, and then on the following turn you will bring erratic on the bottom. That is probably going to be your plan.
Wait,
here.
Really? Because I want them to meet them in the middle, right?
Yeah, and you don't want one side to be too heavy on phobies because they're slow moving, so it's kind of hard to like move around. I will actually go over that in the next guide, which will be on mobility. But you don't want all of your like slow phobies to be too close to each other, because it makes it very hard to move them around. You probably want to move your razor mouth away now. Like you want it 2 tiles up, because otherwise they're going to go in with their motherload and kill it. Yeah, like that is probably fine. Yeah.
Okay.
And then the attractor.
What do I do with the guys in the center?
I think the attractor should move 1 tile forward, but no more than that, because then it would maybe get in range of the motherload, and you don't really want the opponent going in right now. They can't kill your Ginsting, right? How much damage do they have?
They have 400. 400.
It's
They
1400,
can't.
right?
Are you sure?
Click your instinct.
No,
Yeah, they
because
can't.
they can hit it with this thing, hit it
Yeah.
with this thing, hit it with this thing. Isn't
Yeah.
that enough?
No, that's 1400-ish, I think. It's 5.
Should we take that risk? Or...
Yeah, it's fine. I don't think you die there. Like I mean, I think it's like 1450 or something like that. They can do in max. They can maybe kill your snowball, but then they're running directly into you, so it's fine.
Okay. Should I do anything else?
This looks okay. No, just keep it here. We want to keep our 1 key for sure, so that we can summon erratic. We're banking that one. But they might try and go in here, which is a bit scary.
Yeah, because if they do, I kind of don't have any defense.
They could kill.
I'm worried about the Jin Sting, honestly.
I mean, the Jin Sting isn't going to die here. I'm pretty sure. It's not enough damage. It's like.
Well, I guess the time to see.
Yeah, I think they have like 400 and not 400. What's it called? 1,460 damage or something like that. Just from looking at the 3 phobies they could go in with. Somewhere around there.
533.
Maybe a little bit less.
45.
Yeah, 1,450,
yeah,
somewhere around there.
Gotcha. You should probably have a calculator out or something.
Yeah, sometimes it's worth having a calculator for the important turns to just make sure that you're getting it all correct.
Do you think a Daisy here is a good play? Because they bought one.
Not at level 4, but it's a pretty good phobia. They're probably not worth it at level 4.
Gotcha.
Do we want to go aggressive here? Because we could kill the Daisy here actually. But that's probably a bad idea. You certainly bring erratic, so you can just do that right now. Yeah, it doesn't resurrect if you pull it onto lava though. So that's pretty important.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah, that doesn't happen.
Gotcha.
You can actually move your attractor up where the electric cat is right now. I would say that's a good idea. So just move the snowball and the electric cat 1 tile forward for now. No, not there. Like one further back, like where the electric cat is.
Where the okay.
Gotcha. Because I don't think it's going to die there. And then
the electric cat is going to die though, right?
Yeah, move it behind the attractor, or probably behind the attractor, and then move the gonzo up like above the attractor, like move the razor mouth 1 forward, and then move the like that. And then move the Jin Sting probably 1 tile backwards. No, it doesn't die where it is. You can probably just keep it where it is. It's fine.
Actually, I think it. Wait.
No, it doesn't die.
Yeah,
because they don't have enough space. They don't have enough space to go in with.
Oh yeah! Oh my god! You have to do so many calculations in your head.
Yeah, you have to think a lot.
Isn't this safer?
Yeah, that's a bit safer. But I think it's still okay even if you have it forward. It's fine. It doesn't really matter.
I'll just keep it backwards.
Both places are fine. The better part about having it forward would be that it would be easier to move erratic next turn in case they go in. But having it back there also means that they can't really go in. So it's kind of both ways have some upside to them.
Gotcha. The thing is, I'm just like what I'm worried about the most is that they can just go in here in the middle and then just like blow everything up with mother load.
Yeah, but they can only go in with
the
one
difficulty
thing
in this game is that calculating.
Like the blocks are in their way, so they can't go in with multiple phobies right now. Like the 2 obstacles.
I think my biggest issue is positioning. That's what I probably suck at the most in this game.
Mean, that is also a very important thing to get good at, but that's an experience thing. Like you can't really. Ooh, that's probably for your erratic.
Yeah.
That's a good AoE counter.
Changed my mind. Oh no, okay. They
Why is it being summoned up there? That is a bit odd.
Maybe they. No, actually, I don't know either.
I think you're killing the razor mouth with your gonzo and attractor here. Like you move the razor mouth out of the way, and then you move the gonzo to where it was. Like just move it towards the enemy razor mouth because you're probably taking the point with it.
Should I take? So wait, I should move
just
this
move
up
it
here?
there. Yeah, and then move the gonzo and the attractor towards it and hit it.
Okay.
Like, not on the lava. Not on the lava. But like behind there.
Over here.
Just hit it twice. I
but
think.
Wouldn't this guy kill me? Wait, oops. Wouldn't this guy kill me though?
No, I don't think it will. I think it's fine. Oh, not with the. Can't you kill it with just the attractor and the Gonzo? I don't know if you can.
Let's see. Wait. Wait. Ollie. I got you.
I get what you're thinking. I don't know if this is enough. Don't know if it's enough, but you kind of have to do something like this.
Yeah,
you can, and then you can take the point.
Okay.
And then you want to move your
what do
erratic.
I do with this throw down here, though?
The ginseng should probably go right below the attractor right now. So up there, and then the erratic should go where Snowball is. Snowball can just be moved up above the Gonzo. Like.
Wait. Oh god! Quick.
Yeah, up there. That's fine.
Like this.
And then erratic one more forward. That should be pretty good, I think.
Electric cat should stay, right?
It's fine where it is, yeah. Because it only really needs to get one hit in.
This is intense.
Yeah, I mean it's hard to explain when you can't really like. It would be easier if I could draw on your screen so that I could just like say where I would place things. You can also look at the replay after and like, talk about why we did things.
Maybe after this match we should try to figure that out.
Yeah, because there's not. I don't really know if there's a way where I can do that, where I can like draw on your screen. I mean, it would work if I could call you and show you my screen, but apparently it doesn't work. It's like infinitely loading. I don't know why it's doing that for my Discord. That was also the problem I had.
Maybe you can't show someone else's screen, like on your screen?
No, I mean, I would just show you a display of my screen, but I don't know why it can't do that. I've done it before. For some reason, it doesn't work anymore. I don't know why. There's probably some setting that.
Have you tried recording it?
No, I haven't really tried or asking anybody about it, but it's something important to kind of figure out if I want to do these kind of videos, because like being able to draw on your screen or like share my screen with you and then draw something like that's happening would make it a lot easier to explain stuff. Also for like,
wait, isn't this bad what they're doing right now?
Maybe. Guess we will
okay,
see.
never mind. They changed
I don't think they could. I don't think their stabby will actually die from doing this. But you also may not even fight the stabby here. You may go for something else. So it's kind of okay.
Actually, I think if the erratic hits it twice and then the stabby attacks me, I think it might kill it.
Yeah, you might be able to kill it. Try hitting it twice. Yeah, you can definitely kill it because you can move something out. Move your ginseng towards it and then hit it with the attractor also.
I'm assuming I should move it here, right? Towards the bottom so that it doesn't get targeted by the daisy.
No, you can probably move it directly towards it because you want to take the point with it, I think. Like in front, no, one below that.
No.
So like
one
as close as possible to it. Yeah, and then hit it with the attractor also. You want to hit it lastly with the ginseng. Like the ginseng should be the last thing to hit it so that you take the point.
Yeah, got it. Makes sense.
Is this enough damage? Wow. I don't know if this is enough damage though. How much damage or health does this have?
Oh, no, it's enough. It's enough. If I use the ability, it's enough.
Yeah, that's probably enough then. Oh, it's not enough.
What the oh,
summon a chuck and hit it then.
17.
Maybe don't take it with the ginseng then. Just summon a chuck and hit it.
Gotcha.
Because that moves you forward.
Wait, I don't even need to get close, right?
No, but move one tile up with the chuck instead. Oh, it does that anyway. No, that was fine because it moves that way. I just didn't know it moved that way. That's fine.
Okay.
So this is probably fine. You should probably place your electric cat in front of the attractor just to keep it safe. And then move the snowball like 2 tiles down. Like below the... Yeah, like around
get away from that, get away from that!
Yeah, so that you don't get invaded too harshly. This should be okay, I think. They may try and go in on your...
Can they kill Gonzo?
Maybe they can go in and kill your thing here. Like, I don't know what health the attractor has, actually. How much health does the attractor have? Maybe that was a way where they could go in. Yeah, they could have killed it if you didn't bring the... Actually, they could still have killed it, maybe. No, they couldn't. They couldn't kill it here because you put the electric hat there. If you didn't put the electric hat there, they could have killed it. But it's alive now.
Hey,
they do not want to. They are losing the game here, by the way. You're going to pull their daisy and then you're going to AoE the shit out of them with their erratic. They are going to absolutely get obliterated here because they double attacked like that. They are kind of screwing themselves up by not going in. They should be going all in. You're just instantly going to pull the daisy here with your attractor. Oh, you don't even need to move forward. You can just stay where you are.
Oh, gotcha.
Because you don't want it to be too vulnerable. Then buff the erratic. buff the erratic with the Gonzo maybe, or is that too much damage? Maybe you just one-shot the Ginsting if you do that.
Too much damage. There is no such thing.
Okay, you do just one-shot it. Don't bother buffing it like that. Then just double hit it.
Gotcha.
If you can even do that, maybe that is even enough to. Yeah, that even one.
Oh my god, it still dies. Huh?
probably buff your tractor then before you pull. Like go back and then quickly buff your tractor, and then pull it in and like hit with the hit with that, and then hit the Hevo maybe, or hit the Unicorn. I don't know which one is closest to dying.
Let's see if the Unicorn dies. Yeah,
okay,
the Unicorn dies, I think.
Then move in with the Snowball to kill the Daisy. Oh, you need to step on top of it. Yeah. And then you can hit that, and you can just move in with your Ginsting also and move your erratic forward. Just be super aggressive. Oh no, not there. Like towards the Hevo. Towards the Hevo. Move up, and then hit the Hevo, and move forward with your erratic also. Yeah, like that. That should be perfect.
Can I kill the Hevo? Oh, no, I can't.
No, you can't. But it's fine.
See, I told you.
You should have also. You could have also summoned something here, but it's more important to do the turn like correctly because you're completely blowing them out the water with the tractor here.
Oh no.
That's fine. They're not even killing anything, and you're they're running into a what's it called? A erratic with their mother load, so they're gonna be very sad here, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
They're probably powering down they're probably powering down the. Yeah, they're powering down the erratic, but it's still very strong here.
I still have Chuck on the field too, so
yeah, you can definitely kill their mother load here, I think. But you should kill the erratic first if you can. That's probably the most important thing here.
Wait.
Killing the.
But hold on, this is kind of a problem because if I keep Chuck here and like I do a double hit, it's gonna die for sure.
It's fine. It's just let them pull it or poison it or whatever they want. Just make sure you kill the erratic. That's the most important thing. I don't know how much damage you need. Maybe you need another hit.
I think this is going to be enough.
Yeah, you need to hit it with
I can just do this, right?
That one too. Yeah. Yeah, that's
nice.
enough.
Okay.
Then the erratic can probably...
should I hit the Evo? Or?
Probably kill the Hevo, yeah, that's fine. You don't deal that much damage with this, so...
Oh, oops.
Just hit the mother load also, yeah, and then double hit the mother load with that. With the
it's gonna die though for sure.
Yeah, that's fine though, because their mother load is dying after that. How much health does the mother load even have here? It's still a lot.
1,600.
You can just summon a.
Should I
summon like a 1 key to put on the point up at the top, maybe? Actually, it doesn't really matter what you do here, but you can also just hit it if you want to. It doesn't matter much.
I guess I could just do this and then
maybe just.
Oh, hold on! I have a crazy idea. Like this. Maybe.
Yeah, and just hit it. That's fine. Any 5 key is pretty good here. You just need to like. I mean, at this point, they're just game over. You're pretty much certainly already won the game. So you could probably have kept the 6. You could have probably kept the 6 keys in your vault there and still won, because they kind of made a mistake of letting you pull with a tractor. But
yeah, again, this thing is very crazy.
Yeah, it's so damn good if the opponent doesn't play around it correctly. Like, it's so broken. Even when they play around it correctly, it's very, very strong. Because now you're just killing everything they have.
Yeah, it's pretty much GG.
Also, the Gonzo Bonzo with a AoE combo is very, very good. We didn't get to like buff the erratic and do a billion damage here because it just insta-killed the Daisy, obviously. But even on a tractor, the Gonzo Bonzo buff is very good. They can't even kill the erratic.
Wait, I think... Yeah, they can't even kill it. They have to take the Gonzo, but then they stay here, and I'm pretty sure Quagmire kills this.
Yeah, Quagmire just murders that, and then you can just murder the rest of their units too. It doesn't matter.
No, Chuck.
Going on lava. I mean, he can out-heal the lava by just hitting enemies, so it's fine.
Yeah. I thought the Chuck would die here for sure, but I guess not.
They don't have enough power left, so it's fine.
Gotcha. I guess I should just kill whatever.
Yeah, just kill whatever you want to. At this point, they are definitely just game over.
But the Woolly Bully will survive.
Yeah, it's fine. It just takes another turn. They have enough units that...
Should I just kill this thing and get it over with?
Sure. Just kill everything. Make the turns quicker. That's really all that matters now.
No! Oh! I forgot to attack with that
I mean, it's fine.
Oops.
It just dies next turn anyway. So... Doesn't really matter.
Oh no! It's Wooly Bully.
Wooly Bully is actually a good phobie, but they didn't really use it correctly here. They could have like gone in on like 1 or 2 turns there and had it been pretty good for them. But they didn't do that. They just let you pull them and died. But Wooly Bully is pretty good for invading because you can like go all in and then debuff one of their important units, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
Like debuff an AoE like Erratic or Evo 3.0 or something, then it's pretty damn good.
I do like playing aggressive, so I guess I should consider leveling up this one as much as I can.
Yeah.
Because it's good for aggressive strategies.
It's very good if the opponent has like large AoE units, like a Klepto.
What are they doing, by the way?
They're just dragging up the turn for some reason. I mean, maybe they're tilted that they lost or something. I don't know.
Who knows? All I know is that
they
this
at
thing
least
is
didn't
dying
like do the undo thing. Sometimes players, when they get tilted, will just like let the entire turn pass and then just undo actions constantly. That's super annoying.
Well, thankfully this one took the loss like a normal person.
Yeah.
Ooh,
that was from the event, right? That's definitely worth
no,
upgrading.
it was actually a quest. It was a quest.
Was it a quest?
No,
you haven't done that quest yet. I think it was from the event.
Yeah, okay.
Because if it's a quest, you have to go in and claim it. So I'm pretty sure that was from the event. That's a good focus to get from the event. The shock.
For sure. And I think I can get 11. Nah, it's not enough for another upgrade if I get this.
No, but
it will be
gets
close.
you closer.
Should I try using this thing in the next match? High five to get the quest done.
He's only like really good if you hard rush and then you're not really dealing damage to enemy phobies. You're just quickly killing their heart. So I mean, I don't play for quests.
Do you think we can pull that off?
Probably, if we really want to, but I mean, I don't really play for quests most of the time. I just run at enemies with like...
The whole point of this is for me to get better, so it's fine. We don't have to do quests.
I also just, if I want to do my quests, I find a quest partner, because you can do that at high ranks. And you can just queue up at the same time as someone else, and you will get each other most of the time.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. And then you just like do your quests together. Do you?
know
by the way,
crazy?
do you go on the phone and do the video ad things, or do you not do that? Like, do you go?
No,
do you have it on your phone?
I don't.
No. That would be a good advice.
I have phobies on my phone, but should I?
You don't do it now, obviously, but you should like go in and claim the free ad things. Those are like really good. You get 5 coffee every 2 hours, I think, like multiple times a day. You get a bunch of free cards from the jacks, and you get to re-roll your quests for like 5 or 6 times so that you can actually get good ones. Like, that's definitely worth it to do. Like
another quick queue. Aren't you jealous?
Quite jealous. That only happens at the beginning of seasons for me. Let's see if they go for Hydra here. If they go for something slow here, you will probably go for Hydra.
Gotcha.
What is that? Okay. You are definitely going double 1 key here. Like you're placing probably placing a cowbell. You're placing a cowbell at the top, like where they moves it forward, and then a razor mouth, like near the middle. Probably.
The middle, okay.
And then maybe even a contortio behind the razor mouth.
Like here?
Yeah. And probably even a contortio behind the razor mouth.
Gotcha.
Just to be super aggressive here. Those are all like combat units, so you're threatening to kill the... No more than that. You just want 3 of them because you want to go...
I should just save up?
Yeah, you want to go Hydra next turn. Either Hydra or Ginsting. Hydra is really, really good on this map. So, mainly as player 1.
Because it's very like small.
Yeah. Because you get the free movement towards their heart, so it's extremely threatening because of the conveyor.
Gotcha.
But
oh my god, I just noticed the heart is like super close to the middle.
Yeah,
so you can heart rushing should not be a problem on this map.
No, it's not. It's very, very, very easy to do. Also, I wonder if they stay there with the Jackalope, because... Okay, no, they are not. That would just die if they did that.
That Jin Sting is kind of scary.
Yeah,
here.
you have to move a little bit behind. You could also maybe go for a ranged unit instead here. But yeah.
Should I do this?
You can either do that and like be very aggressive and go for your own Jin Sting. I think that's actually a good idea. And then just not go Hydra here. Like,
okay.
Probably move it to the top where you were moving it. Yeah, towards the top where you were moving it.
So I was right.
Yeah, that was a good idea. Don't know if you should move it all the way out there. Probably put it on your point. And then you want a Jin Sting.
And then
behind. Actually, you can go Daisy here. Daisy behind your Razor Mouth. Daisy is probably better than Jin Sting in this case by a small margin.
This thing could move in and but it doesn't matter because
it doesn't really matter.
Jin Sting won't do enough damage.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So this should be fine. And this is like a very aggressive play towards that Jin Sting. You could have also gone for another play where you pulled a bit back and then went Hydra. But this is like trying to trade your 1 keys for that Jin Sting and keeping control of the map, which makes the game very, very rough for them most of the time here.
I actually wonder what they could do to, like, if I were in their position, what would I do to combat this?
They will probably move away with the Jin Sting, is what I'm guessing. Yeah. Oh, they're moving in with that. That is definitely a mistake. For sure.
Summoning this thing was a mistake.
Yeah, that's where they went wrong in the first place, yeah. I think you just kill the... you can't kill the Jin Sting, can you? How much health is it at?
I don't think so.
No.
It's at 500.
No, there's no way. I think don't even do that with the Cowbell. I think you just double hit the Jackalope with your... No, don't even do that either. I think you just pull him back here, actually. I think you're double hitting the Jackalope with your... No, actually keep the Cowbell there for now. Just double hit the Jackalope with your Daisy and then put the Cowbell on top of it and then move the Cowbell back. Like behind the Daisy.
Gotcha.
And then probably
should I move the control?
Yeah, move that back. Move that back. And then summon a Stabby, I think.
Quick,
Mangles is also fine. Mangles is also fine. It's fine.
Stabby is more comfortable.
Yeah, just move it in there. I don't think they can kill your Daisy here, but I didn't actually check what the levels are like. How much damage do
even if
they
like...
Yeah, that's not enough. 400 with 200. I was afraid they could maybe do it with Droney, but they can't.
Oh, they decided to heal the...
Yeah, which is also definitely a mistake. They could just place it on the healing spa instead for like 2 turns and it would be max health.
Yeah, if there's a healing spa, is there any reason to use clinical?
Sometimes you need like an emergency heal to like really heal up something, or like if your unit is too slow to get to the healing spa. Like if it was a Stabby, maybe it would take too many turns to go up there. But most of the time it's best to just
I actually wonder,
abuse the healing
lots
spa.
of people say that Clinico is good, right?
It is quite okay. It's not like the best healer in the game, but it is quite decent. It's good for like late games where you can out-sustain the opponent. Okay, so just move your Stabby forward here, I would say. You can actually just keep the Daisy there. They're not going to be able to do anything to it. And then move the Cowbell down and the Contortio to where it was. Like there. You can maybe even take the point with the Cowbell, actually. If you really want to. Like, if you do that, then you can move the Daisy 1 down. That would be a very aggressive movement here. And then we move in with a Gravedigger to where the Contortio is. Probably. And then put
Should
Contortio...
I break this?
No, you can't break anything yet, but like move the Contortio 1 down and then the Hevo 1 forward. And the reason why we're doing this is if the opponent doesn't respond to this, we can lock them out with Gravedigger. Like we can just put a block where like in the middle and completely take over the board. And we can also destroy blocks so we can defend points. So they're kind of in a weird position.
Oh yeah,
there.
you could
like destroy the block.
Protect your heart with Gravedigger, right?
Yeah, you can also do that if you want to. But most of the time you would rather place it like at the opponent's heart so they can't move forward. That is like really the best thing to do. They are probably killing the Contortio here, but we are pretty okay with that. Because then you're probably killing something of theirs. In a trade. Because
I wonder, does like
if they move forward with the jar cannon here, you can probably kill it. Or you can just do a bunch of damage to them.
Gotcha.
They have to block for the jar cannon now. Like, they have to put something in front of it. Which they doesn't look like they're doing.
I mean, isn't Gesundheit is a pretty good blocker? Not like blocker as in like, you know, like health-wise, but like...
Nah, but now you're just moving to the conveyor tile and killing the jar cannon with your Daisy, though. Like, take the Daisy towards the conveyor tile. Can you kill it without bringing in the cowbell? I don't know if you can. How much health does the jar cannon have?
Should I move the Daisy on the...
No, onto the conveyor tile. Like the bottom thing that moves your phobie. Does that kill it? Or is that not quite enough? No, so you have to bring in the cowbell and kill it. That's... Just do that and kill with the cowbell, yeah. No, it has to be below.
Oh my god, I keep forgetting that.
Yeah.
Gotcha, yeah. I completely forgot about that mechanic.
And then...
do this.
Yes. And then you just
I could kill the Gesundheit.
Yeah, but it's better to kill the jar cannon. Just move in. Yeah, no, like move the jar cannon up. And then go in and hit with the Gravedigger.
Gotcha.
And
I get the point too.
Put a murder wing behind the Gravedigger. Just very quickly. I don't think
I can't.
It's fine. You can fly forward next turn and attack anyway, so it's fine. But whatever. That would have been the ideal, I guess. If it was behind there.
My bad.
You could have also put the what's it called? Put the stabby up behind the Gravedigger so that your Daisy couldn't die here. Because right now they're probably killing it with their Clinico. Because then the Daisy would have been moved, like the Daisy would have moved backwards, so it would have been out of range for them. But it's kind of
that would have been a smart play.
That was what I was trying to get you to do, but I didn't want to like you would have taken the entire turn if I had to try and explain that. So I didn't want to do that. That would have been a bit much. But you could have probably like set it up so that the Daisy moved backwards and didn't get hit here. Because they should definitely just kill your Daisy here. I don't know what the hell they're doing. They should just kill your Daisy and your cowbell.
I gave them such like a good scenario that they're questioning it. They're like, should I kill the Daisy?
Even their best scenario here is kind of not that good for them though, because they're probably losing the Clinico. Yeah, you can see.
Gotcha. Yeah, they are losing it for sure.
Now you'll just kill the Ginsting for sure. I think you can kill it, right?
Yeah, for sure. Even though the murder wing is not in a good position, it should still be enough. Although my mouse is lagging. There you go.
Oh, you don't need to use the ability. I don't think it has like 100 health. Might as well.
I assumed for some reason that it would have way more health.
Yeah, it didn't. Apparently. Don't even know if we killed the Clinico. Okay, you do. By one.
Yeah, we do.
It was one. Like if it had 2 more health, it would have not died there. So that was pretty close. Here we are enough ahead that we can probably just like. Actually, they have a lot of keys saved up, so I would probably just summon a 1 key here. Just like
which one though, and where?
Probably Bachelor, just at the top. Because you kind of want to bang since they have 7 keys saved up right now.
Like this?
That's fine.
Is this good?
You can also move it further forward, but both are fine. That's just to have even more
I'm
pressure.
afraid if I move it... Actually, no. You're probably right. I should have moved it a bit more forward because I would threaten at least to like hit their heart if they don't deal with it.
And you would also make sure that they could never take the point because it would be on the point. But I mean, at this point they're completely boned. So, like they have, they have like how many keys is that? They have 12 keys in total, and you have way more. You have 18. Like with the Gesundheit, they have 12 keys. You have like 18, and you have way more on the board, and you have all of the panic points. So it's kind of like you're 21 keys in some weird way, and they are at 12. Like they just completely lost from not doing that round correctly. But like moving aggressively on the Ginsting there was actually very good. Why didn't they summon that earlier? What the hell? The best
so
thing
good
is
that they wanted to. They felt bad for me.
I don't think they can kill it here, or that you can kill it here without like losing out. You should probably.
That's actually crazy. Holy crap!
You should just kill the Gesundheit and the Maggie here, I think. But just let the thing live because it's not a threat without other phobies. The entire thing is combining it with other. overpower things.
I mean, to be honest, I can just hit it with my stabby, right?
Yeah. Just hit it twice and let it
Okay.
live, and then kill the 2 other ones. I think you probably need the ability here.
No. 1 sec. Hey, my mouse. There you go.
And then you just move in and hit with the Bachelor. At this point, you can just summon something to kill them quick. I don't know what is the best. Probably just like...
something fast, I'm assuming. Like a snowball or something?
Actually, just put a Stairmaster on the thing.
Stairmaster.
That has a lot of attack power, right? Just put it at the top, like conveyor tile. Put it at the conveyor tile at the top so that you kill the heart in 2 seconds.
Oh god, oh god, oh god.
Now you're running out of time again.
Do it! Ah, fuck.
If you put it there, it would move forward and you could double hit the heart next turn and they would just die from heart damage. Just in case they're like playing too defensively. But I mean, Stairmaster is just
I never expected you to tell me to summon.
No, it's a terrible unit, but it could have been any other foe. You could have also put Hevo up there or something. It was just to end the game faster because it deals a lot of damage, right?
I see.
I
thought you just wanted me to do it for memes.
Yeah, it's kind of it. But I think you can probably kill them here anyway, right? Like, they're probably just dead anyway.
Wait, should I just do this then?
Try and just see if you can kill all of their phobies. That's probably the easiest thing to do here.
Gotcha. Take this thing out, then maybe go over here.
Yeah.
Strike this guy.
I don't think you can quite kill everything.
Well, let's see, how much is...
No, you can't.
Yeah, no, actually, I think I do.
Okay, you can. If you hit that one with the Murder Wing and then double hit, yeah. No, not hit Phantom with the Murder Wing, I think.
Yeah, gotcha.
And then the remaining 2 will die from this, unless the Stabby dies. Even though it doesn't.
Okay, there you go. GG's.
But like, Stairmaster last turn would have let you just hit the heart, so you didn't have to think there. That was the idea. But definitely don't summon Stairmaster if you're trying to win games.
I swear, I thought you wanted me to summon him just for jokes.
Yeah, it was just to bring the like highest attack phobia you had in to kill enemies. Also, I can probably only do this game, and then we will maybe have to like cut it here. Maybe we can do something later again. Ooh,
sure,
here would I mean, depends on what they do, but you can probably go Poison Ivy here. This is a good Poison Ivy map in my opinion. Gotcha. I would definitely Poison Ivy
on the first turn.
Poison Ivy turn 1, yeah. And I would just put it at the bottom point you have to take it. Maybe they go forward and try and take with the Razor Mouth here, but then you can like snowball it or jar cannon it maybe. So it's fine.
Gotcha.
Poison Ivy is pretty damn good on this map because there's like a lot of tight spaces you can put the traps at because of all of the obstacles. But it looks like you're probably going jar cannon.
I think next time we might like, I don't know, maybe we could like to take it in a different approach where I just like play and then you could tell me what I did wrong.
Yeah, I think that would be a good idea.
Yeah, because if I just like listen
if
to
you
what
just
you
do
say,
everything I say, then
play,
it's essentially me playing, right? Can you kill it
and
with
I feel like
cannon?
I'm not gonna learn a lot.
I don't know if you can.
Wait, is this a good idea?
Jar Cannon is probably better, but you definitely want to kill it. I don't know if Jar Cannon is enough to kill it though. That depends on the levels.
Okay, that was not a good position. Like
no,
this.
I would.
I'm just afraid that it might.
No, it's not in range of anything. But let's see if you can kill it with just Jar Cannon here. Otherwise, you have to bring Snowball. Yeah, that's fine. I would probably put the Poison Ivy 1 tile higher, because otherwise you might get Snowball for free here. Like they would just do Snowball and deal damage to it for free. But this is pretty good.
Yeah, the further I stay from the vault, the better.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, the better. Most of the time, at least. Definitely with like early game where you only have a melee unit, then you don't want to be near the enemy's vault because you risk just taking damage for free. This is already a very good spot for you now. Okay, just put a trap in front of the Jinx thing and then move back. I'm pretty sure that's the correct thing to do here.
I wonder, do traps trigger on the same turn? Like, let's say the Jinx thing, I could like somehow hit the Jinx thing with my trap.
You can't just put the trap under it. No, they take a turn to activate. But on the opponent's turn, they will be activated. So they activate at the end of your turn. I think it's like the last thing that happens in the entire turn order thing. You can actually, if you really want to, you can keep the Jinx thing or not keep like move the what's it called? The poison EV one tile down, like where you hovered just a second ago. Yeah, like there.
Like this?
Because this makes them want to move forward and hit it, and if they do that, they will step in the trap. So that's kind of like trying to bait them into doing that. The jar cannon you should probably move behind.
Can hit my...
You should probably move the jar cannon behind your poison EV and then bring a stabby at the top or a bow mangles. Probably bow mangles is better here. Both are fine though.
Oh god. Quick.
Yeah. And then just do that. Like, this is what I do on this map most of the time, actually. So you can play pretty much my strategy here. Except you can't really bank for boss. That's what I often do. Like, if the game drags out, I just bank for boss here. But you have a lot of other good options. Like, you can go attractors and gonzos and stuff. So you can definitely still do this strategy. Attractor is also very good with placing a couple EV traps down. Because you can still pull them into the trap.
You
don't get the poison damage when you do that, but it's still very good. Because poison EV's poison actually triggers if the opponent walks into it, which is incredibly strong. Now you will just poke the Jin Sting. You can like move one tile down with it. No, not with the EV, with the jar cannon. You just put it on the point and hit it. Don't think he's gonna be able to kill it, so it's fine.
Should I block like this?
No, it's fine. Just keep it where it is. If you put it there, he might hit your EV with his own jar cannon, and then you just move in with the bow mangles. I think I would actually put a boom behind. I would put a boom behind your bow mangles here. Boom is a very good zoning unit because now they can't walk forward, unless the boom dies to the Jin Sting. I don't know if it does. Does the boom die to a Jin Sting hit? You should probably check that. Like the AOE.
1,300.
So that is 235.
600.
So yeah, it does. So you can't do that actually. Just quickly.
Okay.
Press no there, because it would die. You have to check the AOE when you go boom. Just bank here, actually.
Gotcha.
We're just going attractor.
Okay.
And they also have 8 keys, so maybe we will want a specific counter here. It will depend on what they're bringing.
Gotcha.
8 keys is a lot, though, so maybe we're seeing something huge here. Nope, we're seeing a murder wing. Why did they bank so much? I mean, if you bank, you want to go for a huge unit. You don't want to bank and then only go small units. That's a very bad idea. Most of the time, at least.
Yeah, because it makes the banking pointless.
Yeah. Like, there's no point to the loss of tempo that you get from doing it.
Gotcha.
They're definitely trying to threaten your... they're trying to threaten your... What's it called? Jar cannon here.
Jar cannon, okay.
Yeah.
Should I place another trap here?
No, you don't want it on that because it's very easy for the opponent to take it with a mechanical since they have so many mechanicals. So just place it where where you were hovering, actually.
Where?
You were trying to place the trap right in front of it. That's a good place, I think. You can also move it up and place it further into the map if you want to.
Okay.
Then I think
that might be a good idea.
Yeah, move it like there. And then you have to move the jar cannon a little bit back. Yeah, move it there. That's fine.
I guess I'll put it
one of those two spots are good. Both are good. But your jar cannon has to move one tile back here because otherwise it dies to murder wing.
Gotcha. Actually, does it? It's 580. Yeah, it does.
And then summon a tractor.
And quick. Where is it? Up or below?
But just up. It's fine. It doesn't really matter. But up is probably better.
Should I move in with my bow mangles?
You can, but move. It's fine.
Shit.
The attractor should probably have been a tile.
I didn't even move fully with my attractor.
No, but it's fine because you didn't really need it to be further out. They are maxed on units right now, so you can actually just sit back and build a board. And they are kind of forced to do something. So just move forward twice with your tractor here, and then just sit still and bank. We are banking for Chuck here.
Sure.
If they're not doing anything. Like, you're just gonna create a huge board and then just obliterate them. Put down 1,000,000 traps so that they can never play the game.
That's the thing. I never know when to bank or stop. Just play passively and when to go in. You know.
This is a little bit of a special case because they have 5 units out, so they can't summon anything without giving a unit up. I mean, they can explode their boom, but then they are wasting a key. So I mean, that's kind of also a feeling thing where you kind of have to figure out when you can do it and when you can't bank. But when the opponent has 5 phobies on that map, or 7 on a large map, and they're fairly weak, and they have a lot of keys saved up, you often want to just bank and be annoying. You can you can probably kill that cowbell.
I feel like I can take this point.
You should probably kill the cowbell. I think you can, right? You can move forward with the attractor and the bow mangles. And then you can take the point with your Eevee, I think. Does the Eevee have trap up? Yeah, it does. So you can take the point with your Eevee and then place a trap down at the bottom. That's really, really strong.
I wonder, can I do this?
I mean, the Jar will die if you do that, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, true.
But you can place a trap. Place a trap. Wait. Place a trap with it below. Like at the bottom, I will probably place it.
Below?
Yeah, because now if the not there, like in front of the Murderwing below. I mean, because then if the Eevee moves in, it always steps in a trap. And you can also move the Jarkinen one tile up. Because that's slightly better. Not a lot better, but yeah. We could also have summoned a unit here if we really wanted to pressure them. But getting Chuck in is probably good.
I feel like Chuck would be better here since this is a smaller map.
And they are
moving
it depends on what they bring here. They may bring something that makes us not want to go Chuck. Depends on what they have, because like they have 13 keys to spend here. And they can't even kill our units. So they have to summon something huge and then go all in, I think. That's the only way they have a chance.
Oh, speaking of which.
That is not it. That is not a good choice.
Is it? Why isn't it? Because look, I have 2 mechanicals.
Yeah, you have 2 mechanicals, but that is never going to be able to approach you. Like you can just move the Bomangles 1 tile down and then sit where you are with the attractor, and if he moves in range of your attractor, you just pull it in and kill it. The erratic only counters erratic only counters a attractor if it can sit next to something that the attractor wants to pull. But right now you don't even want to pull, so you just move the Bomangles like where the Jin or where the Poison Eevee is now, and then put the Poison Eevee actually 1 tile up, maybe like there, yeah, and then put the Jar Cannon in the middle. No, that where you moved it was fine.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah, like there in front, and then move the Jar Cannon in. Like you can put it in, like 1 tile further up. I would actually put it, because and then summon Chuck, and we can quickly talk. Just let the turn like pass. Don't end the turn. I would summon it at the top probably, so it's closer.
Gotcha.
So the reason why you want the Jar Cannon there is because if his erratic moves up, you can pull it, like say it moves 1 tile forward here, you can then pull it with your attractor and it will be in range of the Jar Cannon. Whereas if the Jar Cannon was further down, it would only be able to hit once. So you just maximize how many hits you can get in. And you also want
double hitting him.
Yeah, you also want Chuck at the top there, because if you pull in something, then it will be able to hit an opponent. If you put it at the bottom, it would never be able to hit.
It's all about positioning.
Yeah, if you put the Chuck at the bottom, it would not be able to hit the attractor, like when moving in.
Yeah, I actually, if you weren't here to tell me, I probably would have made that mistake.
Yeah, and then they would have like maybe had a chance to go in. Probably still hard for them to do though. At this point, you can just sit back and let the game just pass over and over again, because you have just a second.
Gotcha.
Just a second. I have to go in a little bit now, but you have like complete control of the map now. And you probably just move the Bomangles 1 tile down, and then also move the attractor 1 tile down, and then just move your Chuck in, and then you just sit here and place a trap.
Move the Ivy or the?
You can place a trap in front. It's fine, and then you're just sitting here. And if the opponent doesn't,
so many traps.
There's so many traps because they try to stall out the game. And if they don't do anything here, you can probably pull the erratic forward and just kill it next turn. So they're forced to do something.
Gotcha.
Because you will be able to double hit with the Chuck. Super. So just end the turn. We could have also moved in with the Eevee to move it further up, but there's not really any need to do that. They're probably boned here either way, no matter what they do.
This thing would be insanely good if it had 2 movement, because it's just a straight up better Razor Mouth.
Yeah, but I mean, that's why it only has 1, because it's so tanky. It's still not unusable. Yeah. People definitely like underrate 1 keys with a lot of stats, but it's kind of suffering a bit from being a one movement phobia. Obviously, you're definitely just murdering the erratic here. You can pull both the erratic and the cat into traps, which is incredibly strong.
Gotcha. Okay,
so do this. Definitely doing that. Oh, pull on the cat. I think. Yeah. You pull on the cat. I think it pulls both of them in. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
And then you use
should I even attack them?
Yeah, you should probably attack that one down there. But let's just let's kill the erratic and the cat first with your chalk and your other phobies. Like, don't hit with bone mangles yet because you may want to hit with it at the bottom.
Gotcha.
Use the chalk and stuff first. And you don't have to fully kill them because of the traps. Sorry about that. Probably have to go now.
No problem.
Is it dead from the trap? No, you have to hit it once more. Hit it with the bow mangles. And also just, yeah. And then move in with the Eevee probably to hit the Jin Sting.
Gotcha.
You kind of had to do that.
It's okay if you need to go.
Yeah,
this game is pretty much won.
But the game is pretty much over.
No problem, no problem.
But I mean, I can probably stay for like a minute. And it will be fine.
No, it's fine. You could go, and then once like you're done with everything, you could just text me again, and we can continue.
I will just leave the recording running then, and then I will cut it over because they probably want to watch the rest of the game. But you should be able to win from this point, I think. Like, you can probably...
Yeah, no problem. If I don't, then I'm truly the worst.
Like...
Oh,
Flesh Crawler. I mean, you just get to kill that instinct here for free, pretty much, by moving in and hitting it with your ranged stuff. Like, what health
this thing is kind of dangerous, though, right?
I mean, you can just kill it with range, no matter what, I think. So you should be good here. Try and just, like, abuse the range on your chalk and don't go into melee range with them. Like, you just move the chalk one down here and hit their... Like, putting the chalk on the middle of the map here is very, very strong. So just move
because there's no blind spot, then he could hit everything.
You can hit everything.
But what do I do to like get him down here?
You just move the tractor one down, I think.
Gotcha. Oh, oops.
That's probably okay. Yeah, just move it one down there.
And
then move that there and just hit
I can hit the heart.
Yeah, and then move the jar cannon one tile up probably. And then just sit there. And they have to just sacrifice their units here because you're just hitting their heart. So the game is pretty much over. I will go now, so I will see you in a...
Thank you for your help. I still can't tell you how much I appreciate this.
I mean, I think it will be better if we do some of the other stuff where we look at the games after, so we have a bit of variation for the videos. That will be good.
Sure, no problem. I will actually, you know what? I have a very good idea. I will continue to play once you leave for a little bit. I'll play like a few extra games, and then we'll see. Yeah, gotcha.
Super. I will see you in a bit.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah, take care. It was fun.